sure to watch Wall Street Week tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Fox Business, because the guy who is the host of the iconic show, Gary Kaminsky, is going to break some big news, because tomorrow will be a big market, certainly. Today, though, Groundhog Day, you know, you saw Punxsutawney Phil.
Yes.
Which is just so humiliating when they just yank the little creature up and all of that. But he said spring is not around the corner. So what is Groundhog Gary predicting for the next 6 weeks and then 6 months?
Well, first of all, the Staten Island groundhog did say that spring is around the corner, so we've got a little bit of a mismatch there. However, let's talk about the markets.
We're now quoting Staten Island Chuck.
You heard Melissa
says he's better.
Okay. So as far as the market's concerned, and to echo what my good friend Mr. Charles Gasparino just said, and I agree wholeheartedly that we're going to be in Southeast Asia, Liz. They like to say same but different. They say that in Vietnam. They say that in Thailand. And what we have here is a little bit like Groundhog Day, same but different, which is that if we continue to not get clarification about the thing that the market began to price in right after the election, and that is tax cuts, repatriation of dollars, and what is going to happen in terms of corporate tax rates. If that continues to push out, then we'll be here 6 weeks from today, and the market won't go anywhere.
Yeah, there are lots of other big booms and noises and flashbang grenades that Donald Trump has put out there, everything from Mexico, and certainly there has been some talk about Obamacare changes, but it's those two things you say that we really need to see.
The stock market move from the election to the middle of December was pricing in the repatriation of dollars from overseas and the tax cuts, the corporate tax cuts, and how it'll benefit earnings.
Which would be great, and we're just not seeing that. These things do take time, though. Dollar hitting a 12-week low. You had predicted at the end of last year. Dollar run is over, at least for now. What does that mean for the average investor? Well,
it means a couple of things. Number one, that's one of the reasons why the stock market hasn't corrected more than some thought it would. That's because the lower dollar is helping the multinationals in terms of their own earnings. But remember, I did that at the end of the year, the Wall Street Week year-end prediction show. I didn't want to make I didn't want to make a 2017 prediction because you could always be wrong. So I said something that I thought for certain, and that's because it was too many dollar bulls. It was the most overcrowded trade going into 2017.
Okay, I'll ask you for this quick prediction because we're up against the closing bell.
Yes.
Super Bowl winner.
I'm going for Atlanta. As a lifelong Jets fan, I am pulling for Atlanta. I don't want Tom Brady to win another one.